Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Delightful Creations. I'm Amber, and today we're going to go ahead and put our papers that we've chosen for our journal in order. And then I'm going to cut them down to size so we can actually see what our journal is going to look like. I'm doing all the pages in the order they are. So I'm going to go ahead and separate my pages into different categories. So I've got my coffee dyed and my tea dyed, the blank ones. So I'm going to put those in a pile over here. My doily is what I call specialty, or like a little extra add-in. So I'm going to add that over there. And then I'm going to take all of my digital papers that I'm going to use full size and put them in a pile over here. So this one is going to be a specialty one because I'm just using part of those strips. This is a full page. This one's a full page. These ornaments, I think, is a special page. Let me look at the other side. Yep, Santa papers, so that's specialty. This one is a full page. This is our other specialty. This is the specialty one, but we're going to use the full page of it as well as this one. Okay, so this here is the inside cover of what it's going to look like with these snowmen. So I've left them there just to get a visual because we definitely don't want to put our first page as being too clashy with the snowmen. Like, you know, we wouldn't want, because I only have one other page of snowmen, so I wouldn't want snowmen and snowmen right next to each other, and then there wouldn't be any other ones through the remainder of the journal. So for our first page, I definitely know that we want a thicker page. It's going to be a designer paper here, so let's go ahead and look through our options. So definitely not the snowman one. So that means we're not going to even look at that as the other side anyways. I know I have two different music papers, so I need to use one closer to the front and one closer to the middle. So let's go ahead and see what those look like here. On the other side of this one, it goes this way because we want our words and music notes going the right way. So that doesn't look too bad. It's just really white compared to that blue in the background. I do like this red music notes. It does pull out a little bit more red, being how there's just blue and a little bit of green, so we could add green to this. Okay, so that's definitely an option. Let's see here, this other music paper one I really like. I like the collage of it. I think it's really cool. And it is a darker cream color here, so that would look quite nice. Or holly, you know, holly could be a really pretty addition here. It does pull that red and green in there. I like that. Okay, so we'll go with that as an option. This page here, I already know I've decided that this is going to go in the middle of our signature. So when we open it up, this is the page that we're going to see full on all at once. Just because it's such pretty paper, and I think it would be a really nice image. And I may change my mind as we go ahead and try to decide which way we want it. I may make this the middle signature just so that it isn't so boom in your face with all that glitter. I really like this image. It looks nice as a cohesive piece. So I know that's not going to go as our first page. Wow, okay. Then we've got two more pages to look at. We've got this one, which would be just brown, so that's not going to work because the other side has the mittens, which I would prefer to have as the first page, but it's on the other side. Definitely don't want a bunch of blue snowflakes, so that one's out. And the last page that we have is the drinks. Yeah, the drinks could work. It's just a little bit too much blue for my liking. I don't like that this is darker and this is lighter, but maybe this way. This looks kind of cute. They could be like decorating. They could be decorating for Christmas. Okay, well, let's go ahead and take back a look through here what we've chosen. So I do like the music notes. I think that's really cute. I do like the holly. Now, I know I have the other holly on the other side of this one. So I'm trying to keep all of that in mind as I choose my paper and as to make it so it's not so overwhelming when you first open the book up. I'm kind of leaning towards this one. No, too much blue at the beginning, I think, because there's just a few blue pages. So I definitely think it's going to be a tie between these two music papers and the holly. What's on the back side of this one? Oh, yeah, more music. Okay. All right, let's do this one as our first page then. Let's use the red music notes on the front as our first signatures. This is going to be what holds all of our pages together is right inside of here. Okay, so we're going to go with this. So let me get my pile back now that I've messed it all up. All of my designer papers, or 12 by 12 page, or 8.5 by 11 pages. Then we've got our coffee and tea dyed, and then we've got our specialty pages. So right off the bat, I think since this is white, I think we'll go with a coffee. So it isn't so much, so drastic of a change there. So let's go with that one. And then we've got Christmas and words and a strip and a doily. Okay, so I don't want to use a doily just yet. I think we're going to go strips because I don't know how fat I'm going to make this. That's why I wanted to use it. I could use just a little piece or up here, but the buttons. So I have a little bit of room to play with, but then again, we've got plain on plain. Well, we'll try that first. So plain on plain. Maybe, how about we go this way? Let's flip it that way, so that way we have some coloring pulled in here. Choices, 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 you guys. Let's try that. We can always play around. We can change our mind. We're allowed to change our mind. So I know I just used that music paper, so I don't think I want that one next. What if we did blue? What if we did these drinks? And on the back side of that is this nice wood grain. If we do it that way. I actually like the wood grain next to this cream, but that's a lot of writing space. It is nice to break up the writing space ones with the ones that are full on print. You know, like you have to add pockets or such to, I mean, you could write on the top of this, no problem. It's just a little busy for some people. So, let's see. I know not this one, because that's going to be our middle page. We could try brown. Oh, snowflakes. No, I don't like that. We could try this way. That looks quite nice. But again, the writing space and the writing space. Snowman. We're only 3 pages in, so probably not the snowman just yet. Let's go ahead and... Man, I just don't like that. I just don't like that. I'm going to go back to this holly page. Oh, then that's music paper. Oh my goodness. See the choices we have to make. Okay, that's it right there. I'm going with this. So we're going to have wood grain in that. And then after this one here, we need another specialty one. So I know that I'm going to put the doily here because a lot of times when you order a holiday drink, you're going to get a Danish with it or something, and they're going to serve you with a nice little doily. At least that's what it reminds me of. So we're going to use that there. And then I think we'll go with a coffee dyed. Well, maybe not. It's kind of fun to see a pattern through your doily on the other side. So I don't want specialty. Definitely don't want blue on. Well, maybe it would look nice, actually. Blue on blue. Let's take a quick peek here. Because this is what it's going to look like when you fold it in half. See, that does help break that pattern up. This is a really bold, dark blue pattern. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay, let's come back to that one. Let's try... this one. Let's try the holly. I do like the jingle bells. The music. I love music paper. I'm always going to choose music paper. But I don't like the white on that. No. And I don't want blue snowman. Okay. So we're going to try this. We're going to try the blue snowflakes because I do like that it breaks that pattern up. And then we've got our cream here. So I think we need to add in some more color. So I think the words with the stripes will be quite nice. Maybe we'll go words and then stripes. Yep, I like that. Okay, so there's our words and stripes. And we did use a coffee dyed, so let's go ahead and use a tea dyed now. And then, let's see here, we've got one more specialty paper left. And I think tea dyed, so this doesn't matter. This is what's nice, is this is a really busy pattern, and that's blank. This is a busy pattern, and then blank. And then see, here's another blank. So, nope. And this is going to be in the middle. So I think we're going to go with the music paper and tea dyed. And then we're going to bring in these hollies. Oh, yeah. But the hollies are also on this one as well. Well, let's see here. We could do snowmen. But I don't like the way that looks together. And I don't like the way that looks together. So maybe we need to add in. Let me go back through here really quick. Let's see. I've only used 2 of our pages here. Maybe I will switch out. Maybe I will switch out this banner. We have the plain with the holly, and then we use the banner pieces with the snowman because these two are actually in a kit together. So I know they're going to play really nicely off of each other when they flip open, and then you're still going to see part of this holly back behind this page here. So I think we're going to go with that. Now it's time for another coffee dye page. So we're going to have a lot of writing. We're going to be able to play, do some stamping here. And we're going to use our specialty Santa page. Now which one of these do we want? Well, I know we've got to do something here. Because I don't want that next to, I don't want that in the middle. I either want this one in the middle or this one in the middle. Well, it's so hard, you guys. It's so hard to make choices. I think, yep, I think we're going to go with this one in the middle. And then the coffee dye or tea dye paper does break down that green. And then we go back to our green, and then we have this. Okay, So let's do this really quick. This is what our little book is going to look like when we're done with it. So we have music and more music, and then our coffee, and we have the wood grain with the drinks and the doily, which I absolutely love. Our pretty snowflake paper, the brown with the words, I like that, and then stripes with blank, and then music paper, followed by holly, which we'll see a peek of that holly through this next page with these snowmen. I think that'll be a really nice play on coloring. And then we got blank and blank, and we've got this really busy pattern next to blank, so I'm liking that. And then we've got the more vintage feel right here. I really enjoy that. And then that breaks that up. Yeah, so I think that's how we're gonna lay our papers out. So all I need to do now is cut down our papers, the ones that are our specialty papers. So I'm just gonna do it just like this. I'm gonna grab my paper trimmer. And on this one here, I'm really liking this part, so I want to save as much of this as I can. And I'm going to turn it, I think, because I know that our pages are going to be this way in the journal. This way, excuse me. And I don't want the ornaments going the wrong way. So I know that I need to cut it this way, or I need to fold this one this way in half. Okay, before I do any cutting, that's the hard part. I need to see which ones I'm going to do hot dog style and which ones we're going to do hamburger style. I know this one's going to be a hamburger style. Okay, now I just pulled that out and I don't know back where it goes. Ah! No, it went next to the snowman. That's right. The snowman and the holly. Okay, don't pull any pages out. So that one's a hamburger. So the stripes and the words, I want to see more words. So I know that one's going to be a hamburger too. So this one has to be a hot dog cut. All right. This one's got to be straight up and down. So then that means that we don't have to cut this one. We can score it and then we can trim it off on the end, because we just need this one to be 8.5. So now I just have to decide. I am going to cut this little white strip off of here. I just can't stand having white in the background. There we go, just like that. And I know that we need this one to be 8.5. So now I can kind of play around with where I actually want the paper to end. So I can cut right here and cut Santa's head off. Or I can cut the top off at 8.5 and just cut that Noel and still save that Merry Christmas. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut that off. That's going to go on our little scrap pile. Okay, so now we know that this one's going to go this way. This is going to be our hot dog page. And now we need to trim down that border page. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to cut the border out for now, because I can always take off one of the extra stripes or snowflakes or whatever to size it down to how I want it. So I'm just going to cut that just like that. I'm going to set this to the side because I'm not going to cut those out yet. We're just doing our pages for our book. So this one goes back in here with these holly Christmas ones. And so maybe I will leave it quite thick like that. I wasn't sure how much of this, because I don't want it exactly halfway, but I also don't want it to be a little bit where you can't really do anything with it. I'm thinking maybe they'll take off this extra bit of red. So there's a little bit, so it ends with green. I could also turn it around. It doesn't have to go that way. Well, okay. Let's leave that for right now. Let's go ahead and go to our other one here, which is our other hamburger paper that has the words on the other side. And so words are, I really enjoy words, so a lot of people don't. So I know that I need this part gone because it's got the dotted line on there. So I think what we'll do is we're going to start out with, let's just do 4 inches. Let's just see what that looks like. See, that's a nice little word. It's not too much. It's not quite overwhelming. It's 4.5. Yeah, that looks like a little too big. All right, we're going to go with 4 inches. Okay, there we go. We decided, because it doesn't really matter where you cut that one down at, to be honest with you. Okay, so this is just a cute little page right here. See? Look at that. Oh, shoot. I forgot the other side. We didn't print all the way to the top. No problem. We will just cut another 4-inch strip. There we go. This is why you should check both sides of your paper, but, you know, I didn't do that. Okay. That's the nice thing about paper. You can't really mess it up. So there we go. So we have our words. And this goes like this now. So I'm not going to cut the doily down. I think it'll fit in the book. I can see the journal behind there, so I'm not going to cut the doily. I may change my mind once I get it in there, so it's not hanging over the top, but as of right now, that's where it's going to go. Yeah, see how fun that is? That's gorgeous. Little flip there. Doily. And yeah, so I think that's it for all of our different cuts, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you stay tuned for the next video. We're going to go ahead and work on the cover. Bye, guys.